Right, let me change the title. Right, you are the engineer of PRR westbound Mail and Express train. We also have... Come on, seriously? We'll be making 2 intermediate mail stops at Gallatin and Crescent. The mail is loaded here at Altoona, so to proceed west. Oh, love that horn. GP9s. Yeah, a couple of GP9s or GP7s over there. Have I driven the Baldwin Centipede on stream before? I think I drove it once and the scenario crashed, and I've done a tutorial. So the tutorial is on YouTube, but I don't think anything else has made it to YouTube. Am I going to get the E2? Probably not, because I don't have anything on here that's not from Steam. I sometimes get my son, so my son's got a lot of Armstrong, a few bits of Armstrong Powerhouse at least. Green light or clear aspect, continue. But no, I generally don't get anything myself, just because I've got so much to look at with the stuff that's on Steam, to be honest. What have we got coming up over here? Is this F7s? F7s. Still got clear. Why is Horseshoe Curve such a popular DLC for Train Sim? I think because it's 4-track all the way, it allows for quite interesting operations. These are very old trains, like Ola. This is a beast of a machine. I mean, look at all those wheels. That's why it's called a Centipede. But if you, this is like 1930s technology, and this has got the same power as a modern diesel. I think these were something like 3,000 horsepower each or something. Oh, bear in mind there's 2 of them on here. all that clanking noise you can hear is all the chains under here that keep everything in line. It's all the chains swinging around. You just got Weird Al in Teesdale. Excellent, Danish Bacon Lover. It's very good. ES64U2. I've got no idea how it sounds in real life. They haven't existed for a long time. Hey Ruben, 1940s. I knew it was something along around, long time ago is where I've got that one bucketed out. This one's one of the ones, by the way, that comes in a cold and dark version, so you have to do the startup procedure. There's all these buttons down the middle here. It's quite interesting. It's a fairly straightforward startup procedure, but... Oh, I know the one you mean BNSF. Yeah, the diner car that's got the waiter in it. No, the diner car isn't on this train. It's just got a coach at the back, look. Just got a regular coach at the back. Yeah, that coach is, I think, 4 or 5 years old, BNSF, so it's fairly old tech. Are we on the curve? No, not on the curve. I do hope there's some units on the other end. Chase time! Okay, we've got 6,000 horsepower. Each unit has this. So each one of these units, and there are 2 of them. So if you look, you've got that unit there has got 2 1,500 horsepower units in it, and another 2 in here. So running as a pair as they were originally designed to, you've got 6,000 horsepower in the 1940s. Amazing. Yep, alerts test is working. Favorite PRR DLC? Oh, I don't know. There's some really good stuff. Cheers, Chris. Glad you enjoyed. Oh, we're going around the curve now. Steven Jam just said wagons. That's hilarious. See you later, Danish bacon lover. Is there a way to manipulate the couplings? No. Not that I'm aware of. Catching up. Still got clear. Like the stranglers? No. That was an Abergroupie, absolutely. Why not? I didn't really listen to the music, to be honest. It's not so much I didn't like them as so much as... Oh, it's not that I disliked them, it's not I didn't like them. Pendennis 13. Plenty of AI in this, isn't there? Favourite Repo DLC? Probably the G20. Any way to get a 155 full of 4 board 2? The only thing I can think of is if you hunt around all the wagons to see if you can find one that will couple the 155 and then use it as a barrier. Soldier K, yeah, I like Rockset as well. And Aqua, POW. Class 4 and 5, yes I do actually, yeah the 4 and 5 is nice. That is a Barbie girl, yeah absolutely. I'm looking for Dr. Jones. Simon, what I've done it with, none of the wagons that come in any of the German packs do it. I think Moggy's put the record and put the Aqua on and he's listening to it. He's rocking away to it and he's typing in the lyrics. That's what he's doing. Good night, Moleman. Can the Railfan loco top the problem? I've got no idea, Simon. That's where Moggy learned interpretive terms. Still got to clear, but that Jeep to the left of us is going to start getting pulled up by now. Shadow Wolf. Oh, ouch, BNSF. They have records instead of CDs. I don't own a single record. I used to when I was younger, but I don't anymore. Nice lead catcher. What's a CD? Yeah, really. I don't have Spotify either. I've got Amazon Prime. I've probably got half a dozen or a dozen albums that I bought on Google Play. All of our CDs have been converted to MP3s and put on a file server powered by Flex, so I can access them anywhere. Hey Artel, you'll be crossed over to pass through Allegheny Tunnel and then access the billets at Preston Station platform for your mail stops. At your Galaxy stop, ensure your rear coach has cleared the tunnel portal. I'm just going to turn that down a bit because that's probably quite loud for you. I think Moggy secretly is a believer. It's very musical, this train, isn't it? Crossing over as promised. Did we shut the firebox door? Right, there's Galaxy Station. Sounds like we're dragging the chains along the ground at this point. Are we nearly at the end? I don't think it'll be that much longer. Still quite a few steps to do, but I think some of those are getting to be quite close. Good night, Simon. When will the S160 be released? I've got no idea. Mail loaded, proceed west. Clear aspect. You did the Braintree branch. Good. I had to fight to keep the Braintree branch included in the route. I'm glad it was, because I like little branch lines on the end of routes. It gives you an alternate variation. Class 40 over the Chatham Main Line. Yeah, recommend it. Go ahead and suggest it, BNSF. That sounds really good, actually. We got now? Crescent westward is 1.7 miles, and we're stopping at Johnstown. Any thoughts on third-party websites? How do you mean, Pendennis Castle? What do I think of them? Fine. They're perfectly good websites, great products. Right, coming up on Crescent. If I got to drive on any American route of real life, it'd be one over a mountain pass. You know, it'd be a Donner or a Marias or Feather River, something like that. Reiki123, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Alright, let's get moving. Love the way that's glinting in the distance, that light. Welcome back, Lightola. Well, you can get in the cab cat GWR as long as you remember to bring tea. Excellent. As long as you brought tea, you're welcome aboard. Hello, sir. Another train going the other direction. Actually brought more tea than Stephen. In which case, Stephen, GWR, off you go. Actually sitting in there now. I think what we're going to need is for someone to bring a bucket. All this tea. A few bottles. Tank cars full of tea. Yeah, hey Ruben with the tea train. .9 miles to the next waypoint. Let's get some flybys, shall we? Get some sound from this train in a minute. Dean, you want to get either the French one or the West Highland Line extension? Very different. So the French one, you're talking high speed, 3 stations. So really it's a great route for doing that sort of high speed blast, but you're not going to really do much in the way of freight or commuter operations. West Highland Line extension is slowish, super detailed. And you can do a mix of the passenger or freight. So really it's a case of if you want high speed, then the French one probably be good. If you want a more diverse set of operations, then maybe the Scottish one. The Scottish one might be more to your taste. What's my take on the New Haven? How do you mean, Shadow Wolf? 6 miles to the next waypoint. As a route, I love. I worked on the New York-New Haven route. I did all the signal scripting and the ACS 64 scripting. So, you know, bearing in mind that bias, I really like the New York-New Haven route. I was very pleased with how it came out in every way. The scripting, the signalling on the New Haven route comes in for a bit of a negativity because people don't understand it. And to be honest, I didn't understand it. I had to research it quite a lot and talk to drivers, engineers, before I actually got it. BNSF, the choice between Western Lines of Scotland and Clear Creek. For me, Western Lines of Scotland, because there's more diverse rolling stock, more operations you can do on it. But it is a tight choice. Yeah, the M8 is a must-have if you get the New York-New Haven route. It makes a big difference. Josh Laius, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. What Lewis scripting would you like to see, Tremant Deluxe? I've done some tutorials in the past, and it just tends to blow people's minds and they turn off. If you look on my YouTube channel, you can see some of the scenario scripting I've done. Yeah, I think so, yeah. The P70 coach at the rear is for the mail workers. I guess that is right, Ben Dennis. Down to 3 miles now. Mr. PS, what is the encoding program? I'm using OBS to do the streaming. Had a New Haven signal fail. Metgato, that's the beauty of the simulator. It's a learning experience to understand the different signaling techniques used. Absolutely, that's one of the things I really enjoy about the game is looking and learning what the different trains, learning about the different signals. At SO Tower, you will encounter a stop signal. Ask permission to proceed, and you will be cleared. Reduce speed for this 45. Any of that area in Chicago, Stephen Jam, looks fascinating. I've done a lot of research looking around all the multitude of yards in and around Chicago in Illinois. It's really interesting. Pass list view. Oops, no, that's helpful, chatty. What we got? That waypoint in a mile, got that one in 6, and got that one in 10. Cheers, BNSF. See you later. Dean, the French TGV route. If you like high speed, the French TGV route really delivers. Lead catcher. I'm really glad you're enjoying the streams. That's really good. I'm trying to create a sort of a little community here. Which seems to be working. Yeah, Dean, if you like from high speed, then the French route definitely delivers on it. It's really good fun. And because of it's a roller coaster, it's going up and down all the time. It's really you really have to watch what you're doing. It's not just put it on full power and leave it. You've really got to watch it. So yeah, if you like high speed, then you're going to love TGV route, I think. Taking all the usual disclaimers that I am biased into account. McGarto, it's not only fun, it's educational. Who says this simulator is boring? You have to apply yourself to operate correctly, and that is the challenge. Absolutely. That's fundamental to simulators, is that to get the most out of it, you have to put stuff in as well. Cheers, ES64. Glad you enjoyed. A lot of people don't get out of Spectrum Sims. No, Trabant Deluxe, they don't. But to be honest, it's still it's still a thing up to the Sims to make themselves accessible and show people how to to enjoy them. Traditionally, simulators are like tools you have to put in to get out, whereas games, you play them and get out. And I think simulators need to find a way of doing both, being true to being a simulator while still being having that entertainment side of it. You're not going to get all the way because then you stop being a simulator, but they need to be more than just tools. How long is this route? It's only about 40 miles, I think, in total. Cheers, Shadow Wolf. Yes, KSP does a great... Yeah, KSP is very good, Trabant Deluxe. I mean, and really, a game like Forza, everyone thinks of it as a game, but you know what? That is a simulator. It really is. It's super detailed, super accurate, but it's presented so well that you can easily mistake it for a game. Thingy boy, the Buffer HST. No, I think it's not on sale on its own because I think it's just a bit old and it needs a lot of work to bring it up to standard. I think if you get West Coast Main Line North, you can get it with that. Alright, Slinky, thanks for stopping by. John E156, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. What would you like examples of, Trabant Deluxe? Jonathan 552,002, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Can we have examples of me programming the IB system in OMSI 2? You know what, I think a stream of me trying to get the bus moving would probably be a long enough stream. Josh Leas, yes, this is in America. We're in Pennsylvania. Heading for Johnstown. There you go, there's the outside, Dr. Anthony. Told we were going to get a red at some point, so I'm just cautious of looking at signals. Just I started watching you on YouTube a while ago and thought, why wait for you to upload when I can watch you live? Absolutely. You can also catch any video on demand. So all the stuff I upload to YouTube is stored on Twitch, and it's available on Twitch as the entire stream. From pretty much the minute I press the start button, you can start watching the stream. So you don't even have to wait then. So if you missed the stream and it hasn't gone up to YouTube yet, you can still go and look at it. Twitch keeps all of the recordings of the streams for 12 days, I think it is. The US signalling system isn't so bad, Johnny. Essentially, it's just instead of colour. In this case, doesn't mean there isn't a US signalling system. This is Pennsylvania's system, and it's more akin to semaphores. So when it's vertical, it's go. Like that, it's like consider a yellow, and like that, it's a red. It's not quite like that, but then you've got the situation with two lights, and then you can get combinations with two different sets of signals. So it's not too bad, to be honest. But crudely, if you remember, go green, yellow, red. That gets you close enough. Not quite, but close enough. The other thing, the wrinkle, is the Americans have speed limits associated with their signals. So through a signal like that or a signal like that, there are speed limits applied. So that's a clear aspect, and that's a restricting aspect, or a stop. Why haven't these trains been replaced yet in reality? These trains don't exist anymore, like Ola. They were got rid of a long time ago. No, it's not quite like that, Trabant Deluxe. So if you've got colour light signals, red, green is telling you you're going on a secondary route. So green, red tells you you've got a clear aspect on the primary route. And then anything below that, any greens below that, mean you've got route on a secondary route or something like that. Now there may be speed limits associated with that, but if you've got like a red, green, red, or a red, green, then there may be still normal line speed. But it means that you're going to be pulling off a junction, and there's usually a reduced speed limit associated with that. The motto with American signals is, if it ain't all red, it ain't red. So it's essentially, it's like having a feather or a route indicator. It just tells you where, based on the signal, you can get an idea of roughly whether you're staying on the main line or diverging from the main line. But that's not how these work. So in these cases, you have these signals. Essentially, that pair make up one signal. See you later, Tyron 1. Favourite Union Pacific loco? Don't know. Don't know what my favourite Union Pacific loco would be, whether it's Big Boy or Challenger. .4 miles for Johnstown. GE 44 ton. Nice, yeah. Oh, I've got a green. I've got a clear aspect. Favourite US cab car? Not a clue, mate. Not a clue. Someone catching up with me? Oh, here he is. How's the memory usage on this scenario? 500 meg. Ola, how can you get DTG route suggestions? Just use Facebook and Twitter. Oh look, it's Julie. That woke him up. Well done, you arrived at Johnstown in good order. Scenario complete. Oh, seems like everyone wants Subnautica. Yeah, Julie gets everywhere, doesn't she? She's a bit of a traveller, that one. Apparently, as long as she avoids the East Coast main line around Nebworth, she can get anywhere she likes. How did Julie get such recognition? Cheers, Axig. Because of PJT 1974's Julie Her Story scenario. Look it up on YouTube. It's brilliant. It's only about 4 minutes long. Alright, we'll do Subnautica then. That seems to be what people want, so we'll do Subnautica. I'm only going to play it probably for a half an hour or so, because I want to get some videos queued up for the weekend over YouTube, so that there's a constant release. Alright then, folks, I'm going to go and have a quick comfort break. That's all there is from Train Sim Live tonight. Next Train Sim Live will be Tuesday at 8 PM. So make sure you know Tuesday at 8 PM. It's bank holiday weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday is bank holiday weekend, and that is the One House Model Railway stream on hitbox.tv/OMR. I look forward to seeing you all over there. I'll put notes on Facebook and Twitter for Train Sim Live, so that just with the URL to let you know when we start broadcasting, so you can come along and join us. We're streaming, live streaming, running the model railway all weekend, so should be good. Right, so let me close the stream out properly, and I will hang around after the theme. I'm going to put it over to a coming soon, and then we'll get on with it. But thanks very much, everyone. Have a great weekend if you're not stopping off, and I will see you next time. See you shortly. Bye.
Train Sim Live.